hunting,
fishing,
cooking,
camping,
conservation,
travel,
gardening,
photography, family.
family.
This is the Outdoor Ruhls podcast. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the podcast. Mike here. Mark's here, too.
Hi, everybody.
So it's been a kind of a busy couple of weeks here around Outdoor Ruhls, and it's actually, we're basically recording this on our 1-year anniversary. So congratulations, Mark.
Yeah, happy anniversary to us, right? Birthday to us, whatever you want to say.
Our podcast birthday, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So the episode that we were planning on bringing you this week was a celebration of that 1-year anniversary, and we still very much want to do that episode, and we're going to. But we suffered a loss at Outdoor Ruhls. Catherine Schott, who was, I don't know, Mark, would you say she was like a grandmother to us?
That's exactly how I would describe her. Growing up, I never knew Grandma June at all, which would have been Pop Grant's wife on that side. So when it came to such things as babysitting me as a small child, Catherine was the one who filled that role. And so she's always been very, very close to us. She was a surrogate grandmother is kind of the way we've always looked at her, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, much more than family, friends. Family.
Yes, absolutely.
Family, period. Anyway, Catherine passed away recently, and so I thought what we'd do this week was replay the episode that she recorded with us about marriage advice a few months ago. Seemed like a fitting tribute to fill in this week with that. And thank you, Catherine. You're going to get us together one last time. So I'm going to come home this week, and then we will get to record our podcast anniversary birthday episode while we're all together. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, we are too. Obviously, we wish it were under different circumstances, and we'll miss you, lady.
Yeah, I said that to Caitlin. I started every conversation with Catherine for the last 30 years the same way. Hey, lady. So,
hey, lady.
Here you go. Hey, lady. This one's for you. Caitlin, our anniversary is tomorrow.
Yep.
13 years.
June 23rd.
2012.
Yeah.
13 long years?
Both long and short.
Yeah. What do you think?
It's worked out pretty good so far.
Not bad so far?
Yeah.
You remember when Todd Cool introduced people at our wedding? He introduced me to people as, this is Mike, Caitlin's first husband.
Yeah, and before you proposed, he also told me, with no context at all, just kind of randomly out in the field, he just said, Caitlin, choose wisely. And I thought, not sure what he's talking about.
Yeah, well, I think that was when he knew that I was going to propose to you.
I respect that about him.
He was trying to provide the best marriage advice that he could.
Uh-huh.
How do you think he did?
Good.
Did all right?
What do you think?
I don't know. He didn't tell me to choose wisely. I guess he must have thought that I was. I don't know. I think you did all right. I know I did great.
Yeah. Well, there's probably not a lot of people that would put up with some of my flaws. And
oh, I think you'd find plenty of people that put up with your flaws. Your flaws aren't very many, and they're not too severe.
Not too handy in a kitchen, that's for sure.
You know, that's okay. One of us is.
Choose wisely.
Choose wisely. So I guess I thought we would do a podcast episode about our anniversary and about marriage. What do you think?
Seems timely.
It if nothing else, it's timely.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll explore what we've learned about 13 after 13 years of marriage. Maybe we'll call a few people and see what they have to offer us for marriage advice.
I wish I had more time to prepare for this.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's how podcasts go around here. Sometimes we got a lot of planning into them, and sometimes we just don't.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to talk to Mark today, but he's not feeling too good, so.
Right.
Yeah, we'll do this instead, but this is good.
I mean, you could say we've had 13 years to think about it, but like I said, it's been long and short, so.
We've definitely had 13 years to think about it, but maybe not that much time to distill our thoughts into a podcast episode.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, you've had an hour to think about it. What have you thought about in that hour?
Well, since it's the Outdoor Ruhls podcast, I was trying to think of things in the outdoor lens in terms of moments in our relationship that are super memorable, either for positive reasons or negative ones, in the context of being outdoors together.
Yeah, I think the good and the bad, but I think too maybe it'd be fun like to think about moments where we learn something about each other.
Okay.
Yeah. I can start.
Sure.
I think that before we started dating, the time that we spent together outside working, I was struck by how tough you are. Not like hard to deal with, but physically how tough you are. How much weight you can carry in a backpack. And I did think, boy, that would come in handy outside.
And it has.
It really has. And how far you could walk with that weight on your back. And I really admired how little you complained about doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like almost not a word of complaint about doing things that were incredibly physically demanding and that I probably spent, 30 to 40% of the total time we were out there complaining about myself.
I felt like I was living the dream and doing all that stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, that was kind of maybe the first indication of like, wow, that is somebody that is really tough and really maintains a great attitude under a lot of physical and, I don't know if you'd call it emotional stress, but mental stress. I mean, you got to have both to do that kind of work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think probably the first important thing that I learned about you, the outdoors taught me.
Shoot. I mean, I guess that was our introduction, basically.
Yeah.
Day 3 of knowing each other, we went into the backcountry and spent 10 days or something.
And how much you like Spam.
That's what drew you in, huh?
more the toughness than the Spam,
Yeah.
for sure.
That should have been your sign that I was not handy in the kitchen.
Yeah, well, maybe that's true. And if our listeners are curious about that, there's an episode called Romancing the Spam where you can hear the whole Spam story. But what about you? Can you think about a moment where you feel like you learned something about me?
Well, see, you've had a lot of preparation to think about this particular question.
Have I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you kind of framed the thought and the question to your thought.
Here's another thing I've learned about Caitlin. It takes some time. It takes some time for Caitlin to make decisions or can decide what she wants to talk about.
I mean, I don't know. I think something I probably learned about you immediately there and kind of a theme throughout your life, but in the outdoors as well, was how much you valued togetherness, whether it be with a crew you were working on. I think right away I felt welcomed into the team and saw how you worked to make everybody feel that way. And make everybody feel valued and important to the mission. But I mean, pretty much whether it's an outdoors thing or something at home, you just value togetherness. And sometimes it's working on the boat together.
That's what we were doing about an hour and a half ago when I came up with the idea for this episode.
And I see that in especially our firstborn, Robert. But overall, it's an endearing quality.
Yeah.
But yeah, not the person that wants to strike out and go disappear by yourself into the wilderness hunting or fishing, or, you're not the husband or father that has to get away from his family for 2 weeks to escape and do that. You won't just want to do it all together.
I do like doing things together.
Yep.
I especially like doing things together with you, though.
Me too.
Yeah. What about, I don't know, what outdoor moments stand out for you in our 13 years of marriage? What, good or bad?
So this is one I was thinking about. I have one that is both good and bad.
Okay.
We took a trip to Argentina with my parents in 2017?
I know.
16, 17?
I know where this is going.
Before kids, we had just moved to New Mexico within the past year or two. And we went at Christmas time with them. Yeah, and when my dad was on, we talked about didn't we talk about the dove hunt story?
I think we talked a little bit about Argentina.
Yeah, that was the driving force in getting us down there, was the dove hunt that he won.
Yeah, he won by bidding the most at the Ducks Unlimited banquet.
Yeah. But it was the impetus for this pretty awesome experience traveling around Argentina. And so we both love fishing. We all love fishing. Even my mom likes it to a degree. She does it a little bit to spend time with us, for sure. I don't think she'd be doing it, but
I don't know. Nisi likes fishing a lot.
She does like fishing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we did a little fishing there, but the story I'm thinking about was our last day in Argentina. Our last 48 hours?
Yeah.
30?
Yeah, maybe not even quite that much, like 40 hours maybe.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be about 32 hours and it turned into 40 hours, something like that.
At least.
And that was when we were going to leave on a Saturday afternoon or evening, and we had traveled around Argentina but got back to Buenos Aires on that Thursday night before. Yeah. And instead of spending our last day just enjoying Buenos Aires like my parents did, we chose to get on a bus, go to a river that came into, what was it?
Yeah, it was the Rio Paraná.
Okay. But that actually also comes out near Buenos Aires, doesn't it?
But we went up it.
Yeah. Okay.
Near La Paz, Argentina.
Yeah, so we decided to go fishing for golden dorado.
Yeah, I was like, I have always wanted to catch a golden dorado, and they have them. And what I found a guy that advertised day trips from Buenos Aires for golden dorado. And when I reached out to him, he said, well, it's not really the time of year to catch them around Buenos Aires, but I have this other trip that I could put you on where you will go catch them. And that's how it started.
Right. I was on board with golden dorado fishing. And then you did your research. And it turned out that, yes, we could go golden dorado fishing, but it was going to require an overnight bus ride from Buenos Aires to get there to fish, and then an overnight bus ride to get back on the Saturday that we were to fly out in the afternoon, evening.
Correct.
And then I wasn't sure about golden dorado fishing. But I guess my outdoor spirit won out in that decision. I was like, all right, I guess I'll go for it.
So the trip, as planned, was we leave Buenos Aires at midnight, and we take a 6-hour bus ride to La Paz. The fishing guide meets us. We fish all day, and then At midnight in La Paz, we get on a bus, come back to Buenos Aires, get there at 6 a.m. We go meet up with your parents at the hotel that they're staying at. And then I think we flew out at 7 o'clock that night or something.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, this is another good example of like, this is something I wanted to do, but I don't have the planning desire or ability that you do. And so for better or for worse, it wouldn't have happened without your planning.
Oh, now I don't know if I should title this episode For Better or For Worse, or if I should title it Lucky Number 13. Maybe For Better
for
or For
better
Worse.
or for worse. Yeah.
Oh, or that could be one could be a subtitle. Anyway, Sorry, go on. Okay, so that's the trip as envisioned. Leave Buenos Aires at midnight.
Right. And the detail in the planning would have been way too overwhelming for me. I wouldn't have figured it out, but Mike's our planner. And anytime I had a question like, how are we going to do this? He'd be like, nope, we're going to we'll stay at a hotel or something and hang out, have dinner in La Paz, and then we'll get on the midnight bus. So I'm like, okay, he's got it all figured out. I guess we'll go for it. So got on the first bus. And that went relatively smoothly.
Oh, yeah, it was perfect. We got on the bus at midnight, got to La Paz at 6 a.m. Fishing guide was there. Picked us up. We stopped at a gas station, got a little breakfast.
Right.
Kind of thing. And then he took us down to the dock.
Yep.
And then it turned out he wasn't actually our fishing guide. It was a different guy.
Yeah, he took us down to where they had two boats moored or whatever. And there's a really nice one with some shiny, excellent
his
equipment.
car was full of beautiful fishing equipment. Really high-end, nice fishing equipment, right?
Yeah,
and
so
like
at this point, this is a good idea.
We got down to the dock, and there's two boats tied there. One is like a modern bass boat.
Yep.
And one is...
decked out.
Yep, and the other one is an old boat.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it had a motor on it and a little bit of a windshield, but...
yeah.
It was just like, you could have... I don't know. Somebody who didn't know anything about fishing would look at that and be like, oh, I definitely want to go on that other boat.
Which was not the boat we went on.
No. So then we got on the other boat.
The old boat.
And then I was thinking, maybe this wasn't a good idea.
And that guy, the guy that picked us up, spoke some English.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guide on our boat did not.
None.
And they had told us, which is fine, but they had told us that our guide would be English speaking.
Right. Now, it was fine because you speak Spanish.
Yeah, a little bit.
You speak more than a little bit of Spanish. This is one of these one of these instances of Caitlin's modesty that drives me slightly crazy sometimes. Caitlin speaks Spanish. Caitlin can hold a conversation with somebody in Spanish.
Más o menos.
You don't want to argue about it anymore. You're just willing to concede the point.
I didn't even say yes. I just said,
Things 13 years of marriage have taught you. So we get in the bad boat with the guy that doesn't speak any English.
Yeah, and we're trying to figure, even though I speak some Spanish, we still didn't exactly understand what he was taking us to do. Like, I could ask him questions.
Yeah, because that guide spoke Spanish the way you speak English, which is not a lot of words.
Yeah, he
was not a
he
man
was
of
a man
many
of few words. Yeah,
right. So,
yeah.
Here's what I remember. We go to the first spot, and we're on the Rio Paraná, and it's at flood stage, super high.
Yeah, chocolate milk.
Yep. And he anchors at this first spot, kind of in a big eddy, and he has live bait. We had no idea how we were going to be fishing, but he has live bait.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And he chucks this live bait out. Basically, it's some kind of fish, big minnow, 6 inches long, in this eddy on a big weight.
Right.
And he maybe threw 2 rods out or something.
I think so.
And we got a bite on the first rod. And I was up, or however we decided that.
Yeah,
I ended up with the rod. and that fish just went pulling line off of the reel, just screaming the drag, and then it came off. It was like I had it for like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And I was standing there holding the rod, like kind of in awe of how strong that fish was. And the guide was standing there next to me, and I looked over at him, and he kind of glanced at me, and I said, "Grande?" And he said, "Muy grande." That was it. That was the whole conversation. Like, yeah, I could kind of tell by the way he was looking at me. It was
it turns out that you can tell a lot without common language.
Yeah. I could also
mannerisms and energy and both knowing fishing.
I could also kind of tell he was thinking, "Way to go. You lost a big one."
I don't know about that. Wrong. Yeah.
But then it wasn't 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
You hooked one.
Yep.
That ended up being, 15 or 20 pounds.
But it was, again, I was reeling it in, and I remember fighting it for a little while, but then as it got closer, for some reason, the gear seemed worse and worse. Like,
and the fishing reel.
I couldn't crank anymore. Like, I don't know what was going on.
Basically, the fishing reel was locking up.
Yeah.
And this golden dorado was jumping behind the boat.
Right.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was pretty. We got it in, though.
We did.
And that was a grande.
I'll post a picture of that on the website at least. It's a beautiful, awesome fish. If you don't know what a golden dorado is, it's one of the coolest freshwater fish. But just amazing, like golden and orange colored with like black markings, really striking fish.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that was his big fish spot that he took us to, because that one was big. And then maybe we caught, did you catch that ray out in the channel, the main channel?
Freshwater stingray there too, like 70 to 100 pound.
Yeah.
Kind of like giant.
That took forever.
Stingray. Yeah.
At what point did you realize that was a stingray?
Pretty quickly I knew it wasn't a golden dorado.
Yeah.
But there's also like those cerubi catfish. There's like big, huge freshwater catfish and other stuff there. So I was hoping it was going to be, I wasn't expecting it to be a stingray. Just because I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's what it was. And then we probably...
So is the water like brackish up that far?
No, straight freshwater.
Okay.
Yep. So we spent the rest of the day, we caught, probably 20 dorado between us.
Yeah. Yeah, it was busy. And it was fun. It was a lot of just kind of drifting and casting to undercut banks and that kind of stuff.
And we were in a place like at one point, the dorado, smaller ones were like up in the shallows, which was like the yard of some kind of like hut, and you could see the fish, not like in the water, but you could see them chasing bait and splashing, and it was super cool, right?
Yeah.
And so then...
And the jumping was pretty spectacular.
Yeah, every dorado we hooked, except that first one, every dorado we hooked jumped.
Yep.
Yep. And that one would have jumped, it just wasn't on long enough.
I don't remember. Were we fishing like spoons or crankbait kind of stuff?
We did some crankbait fishing. Yeah, we did a little bit of everything then. We trolled. Yeah. He trolled just a little bit. I think we maybe caught a fish or two trolling.
Okay.
Yeah. But at some point during the day, you ask him, like we were talking about, okay, what are we going to do? You ask him when we're going to be back. He said 6 p.m. We knew that we didn't have, like our bus wasn't supposed to show up until midnight.
Yep.
So it was like, what are we going to do? And you asked him kind of about if there were any hotels nearby.
Yeah.
And
hotels or restaurants or, yeah.
He didn't give you much of a response, right?
Not at first. And then I think you probably prodded me to ask him again or something. But he started making phone calls or texting.
Yeah, he was definitely making phone calls at one point.
I somehow got the gist that he was trying to figure something out for us, but it was pretty unclear what that was going to be.
And then we got back to the launch at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
And he was like, your taxi's waiting for you.
Yeah.
That's your taxi over there.
Yep.
And we're like...
we didn't know. It could have been taking us to the middle of nowhere.
Ask him where they're taking us. And so
an uncertain death.
And he said the hotel.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, whatever. We'll just go with this.
Yeah.
Right? And so we get in the taxi. They take us to this hotel. we go to the front desk, and we're kind of like, and they did speak some English at the hotel.
Right. We could pretty easily communicate like we're not staying overnight, but they knew that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they were like, you're only here half the night, so we're only going to charge you for half the night.
Right.
Right. Which was like $30.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a really nice hotel.
Yeah.
Like a boutique kind of
Right.
hotel, but it was really nice. So it was like great. And then like was there a restaurant nearby, and there's a good Italian restaurant basically right across the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
So this is all working out. Like everything is coming up.
Yeah.
Roses.
There were moments during the day where it was like, again, like just getting in this taxi and we're not quite sure where it's going to take us. But no, there were moments, but overall it was feeling like a good day. And I know I was happy, and I was thinking like, wow, man, Mike's really pretty smart. He really sorted this all out. It's kind of been an amazing day.
Because we cleaned up, we ate dinner, we took a little nap, and we were only like a couple blocks from the bus station.
Yeah, I did want to say I ate. Do you remember what you ate for dinner?
I remember one of us ordered Dorado.
That's what I ordered.
And it was very fishy.
Yeah, it was not good.
I didn't think it was very good at all.
No.
No.
But we tried it. So.
Yeah, right. And so we get to the bus station at 11:30, right? For our
something like that.
Midnight 6-hour bus ride back to Buenos Aires.
Yeah, knowing we had to have gotten there earlier than 11:30, but
okay, right. I like to be early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're sitting there, and there were dozen other people, or one or two dozen other people at the bus stop, at the bus station. So, and everybody stays up later there, right? So it just feels like lively, and I don't know. You think about waiting at a bus station at 11 o'clock at night in any downtown city in America, and you think, well, that'd be kind of sketch. But it didn't feel that way because there were just so many people around, and it was pretty normal, a normally active time of day. Yeah, so we're sitting there, and then, the buses start to show up, and they have these various lanes. And so you know which lane your bus is coming to, but we're watching the other buses show up to these other lanes and slowly losing people from the bus depot. And then it got to be after midnight. So, now we're at the point where every single bus, we think, oh, that's our bus.
Right.
But it wasn't. I don't know. We probably watched a handful of buses come in and pick people up.
Yeah, I'd say 4 or 5.
And then it's 12:30 and our bus isn't there.
And nobody else is there.
Right.
There's not another. The only other person there is a woman, like a bus station attendant in like the ticket window. Right.
With the plexiglass window and the, little speaker thing.
Yep. So I the only thing I want to mention here is I feel like, and there's probably some dispute about this, but I feel like as we were sitting there waiting for the bus to come, when all the other people were still around talking about our day, I feel like you told me I was a genius.
Something like that, yeah, at that point.
I feel like the words you
No,
used
I
were,
think I don't know the words I used, but I do know that I paused and made a point to say, Mike, this was a really great idea. What a great day.
Okay. Now fast forward to the part where we're the
45
only
minutes
people
later.
at the bus station. We are some unknown
like
distance.
12:30, 12:45. I don't know. Once everybody else disappeared, we pretty much had to try to figure out what was going on. And obviously, at that point, there's not like, tracking on your cell phone with where your driver's coming from. And the attendant stepped out to take a cigarette break.
Right. And I was like, Caitlin, you have to go ask her what's going on.
I mean, we weren't worried for a little while because also, like, it's normal for buses to be a little off schedule. And, we were in a new country and thought that perhaps it's normal for buses to be a little late.
And when you say she stepped out to take a cigarette break, it's now 1:30 in the morning. It's now like way past when our bus should have been there.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
So you go over, and my perspective on this conversation is you walk up to this woman and you ask her something in Spanish.
Where is the bus?
Ask it in Spanish.
¿Dónde está el autobús?
And she launches into what seems like a 90-second tirade. Her cigarette is waving around in the air. She is very excited. She's being very loud, right?
Yeah.
And
for a second, I thought she was mad at me, but she wasn't.
And you stand there for the whole thing, probably say thank you at the end. And you come back over and you sit down next to me. And I'm very impatient to know what happened. And I tried to wait. So in my mind, I waited like 2 or 3 minutes, but I probably waited like 30 seconds. And I say, Caitlin, what did she say? And do you remember your response?
The bus is late.
That's exactly what you said is she said the bus is late. But you said it in a way that let me know that your feeling about me being a genius was beginning to wane. And then when I pressed you for more, you were like, I don't know. She said something like, they never tell me anything. I don't know what's going on either.
Yeah.
The bus is late.
No, I got that. I mean, that was the important takeaway.
Which is one of your skills, is to boil a lot of language down into the important takeaways.
But
it also was reasonably obvious that the bus was late.
But again, my understanding of Spanish is más o menos. Like I was getting pieces of a few sentences, right? And then trying to string it together in my head. And what I got was that something happened to make the bus late. It's still on its way. She has no idea when it's going to get there. They don't communicate anything with her. But as far as she knew, it was still coming.
Right.
But she had no idea when.
Anyway, the bus finally showed up. What's your recollection of when the bus came?
2.5 hours late or something?
Yeah, 3:30, I think.
3.5 hours late.
3:30 was when the bus finally came.
Okay.
And then it was the same bus that we had ridden there. Exactly the same bus.
Right. I remember that.
Whatever had happened had delayed it at some point, and they had not cleaned it.
Yes.
So the bathroom on the bus
was not usable.
Was like overflowingly not usable and making the rest of the bus smell bad. And then for some reason, the bus ride that took 6 hours to get there took 9 to get back.
Yeah, I don't know if they just added stops because of that situation or if it normally would have taken that long.
And then at one point they were like, we're stopping and you have to get off.
At a station that we weren't planning to get off at.
Right, not at the central station in Buenos Aires.
Meanwhile, all of this is happening and we can't communicate with my parents who are expecting us at 8 o'clock in the morning or something.
Yeah, your parents are thinking we'll be back. We're supposed to be back in Buenos Aires by 6 on the bus, and an hour should have easily gotten us back to their hotel.
Right.
Which they are supposed to check out of at 11 o'clock in the morning. Right? And then we're going to do whatever and go to the airport.
Yeah. I mean, I actually did try to text them on my phone, figuring like whatever the charges are, it'll be worth it, but it didn't work.
It didn't work. We didn't, whatever. I mean, it's just a different time with cell phones and things weren't as seamless as they are when you're traveling.
But we did get somewhere in Buenos Aires. We didn't hardly sleep, so that next piece is kind of a blur. But did we get on a bus then?
Yeah, we got on
another bus, I mean?
And then ended up back at the central station.
Yeah.
We did end up back where we started, but like I said, it was instead of being 6 in the morning, it was like close to lunchtime.
Right.
And now we're like, for a 7 o'clock flight, you got to leave. You want to get to the airport 2 hours early for an international flight. So, your parents are like Mike and Caitlin have
Right.
disappeared into.
At this point, they're terrified. We're feeling better because we know we're in Buenos Aires,
Right.
compared to when we were twiddling our thumbs waiting for the bus, not sure when it was going to show up.
Right.
That was probably the height anxiety.
But they had very kindly extended their hotel somehow, and
Yeah.
we did meet up with them, and we were able to get cleaned up and then get some food and head to the airport, and it all worked out.
Uh-huh.
So on the whole, what does this experience tell you about our marriage?
For better or for worse.
For better
It's
or
interesting.
I learned that Caitlin has a very adventurous spirit, but there's limits. What did you learn?
I learned that I don't know what I learned. I mean, because overall it was worth it. But had we missed our flight, it wouldn't have been worth it. And we could have just as easily have missed it. So I guess I would say I've learned to trust my gut, but not be afraid to push it sometimes.
There you go.
Because I wasn't all the way wrong. That was kind of a bad idea.
But you weren't all the way right either. We did have an amazing day of fishing.
Yeah.
It is a fond memory.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very glad that we did it together.
Yeah, me too.
It was fun. All right, what else have you learned in 13 years? Anything?
Yeah, probably. What about you?
I mean, I've learned all kinds of things. I mean, the biggest thing I've learned is that I made a good decision.
Yeah.
I guess, one of the things that I think about sometimes, and as we talk to other people, some of whom are behind us in this adventure in terms of in time, and then, some people who...
In terms of wedded bliss time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people who have a lot more years together than we do. We talked to Ben Goldfarb last week. He was kind of asking us about doing stuff with kids in the outdoors, and they're expecting a baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it made me think about that time in our marriage, and the different phases. Sure. And really, really truly, how different they all are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Those first year or two, you're really in that honeymoon phase and everything's great. And I think it's easy to be a good, married couple.
Yeah.
Not easy for everybody, but.
Especially if it's just you two.
Right. And then we had that point where we matured in our marriage. I mean, the way we did it, it was 8 years from when we got married, 7 or 8 years from when we got married to when we had kids.
Right.
So there's a year.
No, 6.
6 years.
Yep.
There's a year or two of that honeymoon phase. And then there's, 3 or 4 years of really just us maturing as a couple.
Right.
Learning who we are together,
mm-hmm.
all that stuff. And I don't, and then there's the time with kids and, the time with babies, and we're now out of the baby phase. We have boys that are 4 and 6, and not that those are old kids, but they're getting more capable and easier to do things outside with. We've been doing a lot of fishing the last month. Some of it all together, some
mm-hmm.
of it me with Robert, some of it anyway. But I do really remember the stage of our marriage when we were awaiting the birth of Robert, our first son,
mm-hmm.
really being a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you have a different perspective on it, and there were hard things about it. There was some really hard stuff about it, actually, that we could talk about sometime in a podcast, because it's also hunting and fishing related.
Yeah.
There's a couple of really nervous weeks.
Right. Early on.
Yeah, around a potential illness. Something you get from eating, potentially could get from eating game meat.
Mm-hmm.
Probably how I got it.
Yep.
Anyway, but just that anticipation of the first kid.
Yeah.
Like, really being a fun time to be together.
Mm-hmm.
That like expectation of becoming a little family instead of just the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I just thought that was really kind of a blissful time for me in our marriage.
Yeah.
Outside of, watching you with the morning sickness and, all the things that come with
Yeah. It
pregnancy.
was kind of miserable at the beginning.
Yeah.
All I could eat was Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It's
the only thing I could stomach.
I always say that Robert was built on Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
He was.
Yeah.
For a while.
Red meat was really out.
Oh, man. It just, repulsed me.
Yeah. Is there anything like that stands out for you?
Maybe now.
Now?
Yeah.
You think this is like a highlight kind of time?
Yeah, and I mean, I guess I think of our marriage as pre-kids and post-kids, as a lot of people do. But like you said, with kids not necessarily being attached to my hip all the time, more capable and independent and more able to participate in a lot of the stuff we love that brought us together that we did early in our marriage before kids. I mean, I guess kind of getting to do that and start to tackle new things and bring them along on all of it makes it probably, I don't know, kind of a highlight.
Yeah. And we're a few years from teenage boys thinking that we're the dumbest people on the planet.
Well, I mean, some days I think we're there, but
one of the things that I thought we could do on this episode was maybe call a couple people.
I think that's a good idea.
Ask about a little bit of marriage advice. See what folks have to tell us.
Yeah. Who are you going to call?
Well, I think the first person that I want to call is one of the people that I know that's been married the longest, Catherine and Leonard Schott. They are old family friends and distant relatives, but more family friends than relatives. And you know this, but I don't know that I've really talked about it. The situation for me with grandparents, of course, I had both of my grandpas until at least into high school. So I knew both of my grandpas really well. And my mom's mom, I also knew pretty well. But my mom's mom, for lack of a better way to say it, my mom's mom was kind of mean.
Mm-hmm.
Grandma McMinn, as we call her, she went by Noot. Not Nut, but Noot.
But spelled like nut.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Anyway, she was a good grandma in some ways, but she was not like an outwardly loving grandma.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad's mom died when I was 2. So I have like one very fleeting memory of her, and she was sick at the time.
Yeah.
So anyway, Catherine Schott was as close to a grandma, really, to me as someone can be that wasn't actually,
sure,
a grandma by blood. And so her and her husband, Leonard, who we're going to call, were just really fantastic people that figured very, very large in my life.
Okay.
So let's
give it a shot.
Let's see if we get them.
Hello?
Hey, lady.
Yeah.
How are you? I'm doing good.
Trying to get better.
Yeah.
Leonard's sitting right aside of me here, trying to coach me.
Hey, Lenny.
Hey.
All right.
And Caitlin.
I'm here too. Yep. Hi.
How many years tomorrow?
13.
How many? 13. 13.
Yep.
We were wondering, how many years do you guys have?
It'll be 69 August 25th.
Goodness.
Almost 70 years.
Yeah. Almost. With the same man.
Well, I was was saying before we got on here how important you guys have been for me. And, part of that I think is seeing you two together. You've always been one of the most fun-loving couples that I've ever been around. And I've always aspired to have that. And I think I got pretty close here.
I know. I'm positive you are. So is Leonard. Leonard, we think a lot of you too.
Well, thanks. So
Thank you.
Far away, but
after 69 years, what do you got for advice for us?
learn to communicate.
And just suck it up every now and then.
I'm a little more on the bossy side.
No.
And and I learned to sit back.
Yeah.
And let him say. And we never, if we had our ups and downs, why we never went to bed angry.
Mm-hmm.
We all made up and try to respect each other, what they have to say, and let them say it.
I'd say you managed 69 years, so you must have done something right, or probably a whole lot of things right.
I like your point about learn to communicate, because you kind of have to constantly adjust in that communication, right? Like things may change for one or the other of you, and what's going on with you and how you're able to communicate. So it's always a learning process.
And with Leonard, he had that accident, the ditch cave in, and it was hard for him to work at times, and we struggled through, even though we had the farm. It was struggling at that time, and but we managed, and understanding of each other too, where they're coming from. Sometimes that's difficult.
Yeah.
When they have, you have to realize that they have a point and learn to listen.
Yeah.
Catherine, I think me and you are more alike, and Caitlin and Lenny are more alike. So I think it's good advice.
That's an amen to that.
Some of us have to learn to listen. Some of us have to learn to speak up more, huh?
Well, I've learned in the last 6 months of not feeling well. I really have to depend on others. The family's good to me, but bottom line, Lenny's the one that has to be with me and help me out. I have caregivers, but he's the one that comes through, and I have to be grateful for that, which I am.
Yeah.
Well,
and
we are grateful for you guys. You're both an inspiration to us.
Absolutely.
Well, that's good to hear. Yeah. I know you're way out there, but Mom and Dad, we find out a lot about the two of you and what you're doing with your little boys there. And things change when the children come along.
we were just talking about that.
But learn to do things together, which that's important. Also, do things with your family, and
well, I think that's what they're doing. According to their pictures.
I was always amazed with you guys how much time you spent with us too. I mean, not just family, but we were family. We are family.
Yeah, and you made us feel like we were important in your life. And
I always thought the opposite. I always thought you made us feel that way.
yeah, well,
I guess it goes both ways.
yeah,
That's right.
Just like a good marriage.
Right.
that's
Yeah.
you got that right.
Well, thanks so much for talking to us.
Okay, we love you.
We love you
We
guys.
love you too.
Happy anniversary a day early.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
They are amazing people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so important to me. Yeah, I don't know. You think we'll make 69 years?
As long as one of us isn't dead,
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty confident.
I think they married a little earlier than we did. I think I'm going to have to make it into my 100s to get the 69, but it's a good goal.
Well, I guess, yeah. Are you still considered married after you're dead? Mm-hmm.
I'll be married to you forever. I don't know whether or not you'll count it after I'm gone or not, but
I'm not planning on it.
all right. So it's really hard to talk about this and without talking about or thinking about our own parents, right?
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. We both have parents that have stuck it out for a really long time.
Yeah. And, did stuff with us in the outdoors. Made outdoors. Outdoors a big part of family and their marriages.
Yeah.
Right? In one way or another.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
So I think we should call me Mom Poppy.
Let's do it.
All right.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hey, Mima.
Hey, how are you guys?
We're doing good.
Good.
We just talked to Catherine and Leonard.
Oh my, how are they?
They're doing good. They were very nice. 69 years, Mom. They've been married 69 years.
69 years. I was 5 when they got married.
You were 5 when they got married. Is Poppy there?
Yep,
Hi, Poppy.
I'm here. Hello.
How's it going?
It's okay. Going good.
You guys have been married 51 years.
In a couple of months, yes.
Not quite 69 like Catherine and Leonard, but pretty long.
Not quite.
51 years of wedded bliss.
That's right.
And what has it taught you?
Patience.
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 True. Patience, understanding, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm a slow learner.
So I guess one of the things that I wanted to ask was, you guys obviously raised 4 kids that all love the outdoors, and you spent a lot of time doing outdoor stuff with us. I know now from the little bit of experience that I have compared to what you guys had, that it's work. It's work to take kids outside and do stuff with them. What from that stands out to you, or what can you share about, what kept you going?
Building memories, having fun, doing something, a different experience, having you as children get a chance to experience something new or different, see something new, go somewhere.
We like to travel. We like to do things. You guys all played Little League and soccer and all that. I think at one time I figured out that I had like 25 seasons of helping Little League and things like that. But that was just what our family was. We did family things. We did things for you guys. We did things for ourselves. When we first got married, I think the first year we were married, got married in March until that fall. And of course, hunting season started in the fall. But until that point, there were only like 2 weekends that we were we were home that whole time because we were traveling. So,
Oh, now wait a minute.
oh, here we go.
I worked every other weekend.
Well,
You traveled.
yeah, but how many times?
I went to work.
How many times did you go to the shore? How many times did we go to Indian River?
So one of the things,
if you two get the fighting on here, I'm going to have to edit this out.
one of the things we were talking about was memories together as a couple in the outdoors, and just if any stick out as like that was an incredible experience we had. It was, my spouse was a genius for planning this, or the opposite, like that didn't turn out as planned.
Things that really made you question what the decision you made
Oh,
to
so
get
we
married.
start with a honeymoon.
Well, before we go on to that, one of the real things that helps for a long marriage is having a bad memory.
I have a great memory. So it's not helping me at all. I pushed the freaking Toyota pickup truck across the sand in Cape Hatteras on the honeymoon. And then to stop that from happening the next 4 days that we were there,
Well, we went to
we had 3 men sit on the tailgate from Newport News, 3 older gentlemen. So I spent my honeymoon with 3 old guys and a stupid partner.
They sent us a really nice letter after that.
Yeah, they did send a nice thank you letter after that because I made them lunch every day on the beach.
The story of that
It was my letter.
Were you wondering, is it too late?
Oh yeah, I had a few thoughts at that point.
Well, my memory is we were out there at the point in Hatteras, and it was a beautiful morning, and the sun was shining coming up. The sun was coming up in the morning, and it was shining through the waves as they broke, and I could see the bluefish running through the waves. So that was, we were stuck in the beach, weren't we?
Yeah, we were stuck in the beach.
Anyhow, we had the Toyota Hilux truck, and it was only 2-wheel drive, and I thought, we could get out there with 2-wheel drive because I got these
The signs all said 4-wheel drive only.
big fat tires that went in the back. And we got about 20 yards from the hard sand in the beach. So these guys were walking to the point, and I said to them, hey, if you push me out to the hard sand, I'll take you to the point. And we ended up making some good friends for the weekend while we were there.
Well, I guess whatever happened, it worked.
There was no hiding the way it was going to be.
I guess there never is. Maybe you can hide it for a little while, but
But prior to that, we did do a lot of trips and a lot of fishing together, a lot of outdoors, that kind of stuff.
And then with you guys, one of the things was variety. While we did do a lot of hunting and fishing and traveling, we did do other things like that. We always had a Washington trip every year, where you guys got subjected to things other than fishing and hunting. So
yeah, no, we did a lot of fun things together as a family, and I've always really appreciated, well, maybe I haven't always really appreciated it, but I really appreciate now how much effort you guys put into taking us out and doing all of that outdoor stuff together with us. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
So,
And you know what it's like. You probably waking up kids or carrying kids in their PJs to the car at 3 or 4 in the morning to get an early start to head somewhere on a big adventure.
Yeah, it's work. It's work. It's doing a lot of work so that somebody can have an experience who, in the moment, maybe has absolutely no appreciation for what you're doing for them, and that can be a hard thing to do over and over and over again. But you guys did it, and so thanks for doing it.
Well, you're welcome. I don't think we thought about it as work
Yeah,
or a chore.
I don't know that I ever thought about it as work. It was just something that we did. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you're 51 years together, and the degree to which you dedicated yourselves to having outdoor adventures with us is an inspiration for us and our boys. So we wanted to tell you that. So thank you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you tomorrow, I bet.
Okay. We love you.
All right.
Love
you
you.
guys.
Too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
There's something.
They're awesome.
I know. They are awesome. I love the the Cape Hatteras story about them going and surf fishing.
It's funny. Poppy's still a little bit in denial why that might not be a woman's ideal honeymoon.
But
she was good with the beach and the fishing.
Yep.
I don't think, she was on board with that. It was,
well,
but things happen, and that's part of marriage, right?
Exactly. And I think the funny parts of it, and to some degree the memorable parts of it, because it wasn't perfect.
Right.
And again, it's like there's a metaphor in there, it's for marriage. It's not going to be perfect, and it shouldn't be. I feel like, maybe this is totally naive or cliche, but in some ways, how much fun could it be if it were perfect?
Yeah.
Right? There's got to be some struggle to really appreciate.
Well, I think that's what
the good times.
I don't think it can be perfect forever. I think that's impossible.
Right.
And the struggle is what makes it stronger and able to withstand whatever comes your way, getting stuck.
Yeah, at some point, our marriage won't be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to break it to you, Caitlin, but at some point, being married to me might not be perfect.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing at this point. What was your point before about, just giving up on the argument?
Oh, yeah, right. Mm-hmm. I think Catherine made that point at some point.
Yeah, her or Lenny.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, we got to call your folks at some point here, too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's try to give them a shout.
Hi.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Hi, guys.
Hi. How are you?
Hi.
Hey,
We're
we finally got Nisi on the podcast. Hi, Nisi.
I almost wasn't going to do it.
5 minutes.
All right, all you got to do is tell us what you've learned in, what is it?
How old are you?
5 years of marriage.
What have you learned? What's your advice?
It's all mom here, right? Let's go.
Well, we're total opposites. So
You may have not noticed that.
it's learning to appreciate the differences.
Mm-hmm.
I think we at times complement one another because of the differences, and you need a lot of patience.
Yeah.
I think that's good advice. I really appreciate people telling Caitlin that it takes a lot of patience. I would like her to be reminded that she's not the only married person that needs to have a lot of patience.
Uh-huh. It's been a common theme, I think, with we've asked a person or two.
Yeah, really, you guys are an inspiration to us. We've talked to a couple other people, my folks, and some family friends that have been married for 69 years, and it's really inspiring to have the example that you guys have set in a long and really successful marriage.
In everything you've been through and tackled and stuck together through is amazing.
Yeah, I think we support each other during difficult times.
We don't always agree,
Mm-hmm.
but we support each other.
Right.
What could be more important than that? I mean, it would be
I don't know.
it would be impossible to spend as much time as you spend as a married couple together and agree on everything, right?
That is true.
Well, I mean, and that can either be something that divides you or that, you find some strength in is being different people and not always agreeing on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll call each other out on things. We'll have different ideas, but I think we learn from each other too.
Yep.
Because we have different outlooks on things, and hearing Tim's outlook might make me more open or understand the situation better, because I'm not looking at things his way, but occasionally it helps to have input from somebody.
Yeah.
So the question was, what makes for a successful marriage, right? Long term?
Yeah.
Here's the thing for me. One, make the right choice at the beginning.
Yeah.
Two, lock that down as quickly as you can. I asked Denise to marry me at the age of 17.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I knew she was the right thing for me. I didn't know if I was the right thing for her, but I wasn't going to take any chances. So,
Yeah.
She's still not sure, Tim.
I know. That's the thing.
So, since it's the Outdoor Rules podcast, real quick, is there one outdoor memory together that stands out for you guys?
And the way we phrased it, I mean, the way we talked about it and the way we've phrased it is either like a positive memory or, a tumultuous one. But some
You're going to take us down that path, are you?
No, it's you choose your own adventure, really.
All right, you choose your adventure, Denise.
Something that is like really memorable from a couple's standpoint outdoors.
This is where you have to head.
You have to.
There's really positive and really negative, and some of them are all in the same experience.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly what we found.
We went to Yosemite. And with Diane and Gary, my sister and her husband, and we rented an RV, and it was kind of
a nightmare.
But it was such a paradox. You're sitting in rows of campers in this beautiful park, so it kind of, I don't know.
And yet we put Timothy was about 2 years old, threw him in a backpack and climbed up a waterfall, and had the most amazing outdoor adventure.
Right, it was beautiful there.
Yeah. It's like this mix of like the camper toilet doesn't work, and look at this waterfall. Oh my God,
There's got to be a lot of understory here, because I think one of the things we've talked about with Nisi on the podcast before is that Nisi does not camp, and that includes RVs, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was the experience.
That's because of that.
Yeah.
It's because of that experience.
And if she really understood at the beginning that houseboats are just like RVs on water, she wouldn't have done that either with me.
Right.
Oh man, we'll save it for another episode, but I absolutely want to have Nisi on here to talk about the Rainy Lake houseboat saga. It's
a good one.
It's a classic family story.
It's classic. It's classic.
I think of our honeymoon. Ireland was so beautiful.
Beautiful outdoor experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing the pictures of that, just how green it was.
It was so green, and it was just so beautiful.
I mean, really, thank you guys so much for doing this, but much more importantly, thank you for being an inspiration. It really is amazing that we've got such great examples in our lives for this. And
I feel really fortunate to have you as an example.
Let me share one thing too, and that is that the two of you have been an inspiration to us. Watching how your marriage has grown and developed, how you've totally accept each other, you laugh easily. I mean, those are some of the other things that probably will come out in these, but like, can you laugh at yourself easily and at each other, with each other? Can you just take some of the challenges and let them roll off your back? And you guys have been like amazing as a couple, and we've really enjoyed watching you grow together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It means a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, well, here's to 13 more years or 45 more years or however many all of us get.
Exactly.
Okay, love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you too.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
I think that it's amazing that between our two sets of parents, 96 years of combined marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time.
That's a lot.
Right. So far we've talked with over what?
165?
165 years of combined marriage experience.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. But I think it would be fun to talk to a few more people. Kate and Jed, my sister Kate and Jed, we had them on the podcast, did a whole episode with them. They got married the same year that we did, right?
Yep.
But their situation's been a little bit different. So let's call Kate and Jed.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, Kate.
Hey, Kate.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
You get Ann to
Here
sleep?
too. Yeah, she's sleeping.
Hi, Jed.
Hello.
Well, our 13th anniversary is tomorrow.
The 13th
that's
anniversary of Kate's cupcake extravaganza.
The great cupcake. So I don't think we did. Did we tell that story on the podcast, Kate?
I don't
Maybe?
remember.
I don't know.
I think you maybe that I made. I don't remember actually.
Yeah. How many cupcakes did you and Jed make for our wedding?
36 dozen.
Was it?
That's a lot of cupcakes, Jed.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a lot of cups.
They were delicious.
They were pretty good.
They were really good.
on my shoes.
Yeah.
You guys got married the same year that we did
Correct.
Yes.
in October, right?
Yeah, October 13th. That's Robert's birthday.
That's right.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Mhm.
Your anniversary is the same day as Robert's birthday.
Yep.
So we've been talking to people. We talked to Catherine and Leonard. We talked to Mima and Poppy. We talked to Caitlin's folks. And then we wanted to talk to you guys because you're kind of on par with us. So, but your situation's also a little bit different. So I don't know what has 13 years of marriage taught you guys.
We're staring at each other.
Don't do double kayaks.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a great lesson. I won't do that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't do a single kayak. So, yeah.
A double kayak will really test a relationship for sure.
And you guys did that story we did tell when you were on the podcast. So if somebody wants to hear about that, I think one lesson that I took from that podcast is that it can take a long time to learn something important about somebody.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Like that afraid of boats, or we don't like the word afraid, but whatever Jed is of boats, it took a very long time to learn that.
Jed, is it fair to say that you have an aversion to watercraft?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I don't like it.
It took quite a bit of various rules dragging you around on various watercraft before that finally became readily apparent to Kate?
Yeah.
Yeah. it
What
took a
one will
while,
do
but
for love.
yeah, 13 years. Let's see.
It's a learning experience.
It's important to communicate, and we talk it all out,
Yes.
all the time. I think that's what really we've gotten out of however long we've been married. It's just always being willing to talk it out.
Yeah. That's a good piece of advice. And I wanted to ask specifically, because you guys are at a little bit different stage of parenthood than we are, and obviously you've faced different challenges than we have. But what with little Anne are you looking forward to, particularly from an outdoor standpoint?
Pretty much everything. Which I know that's not very specific, but yeah, like teaching her how to ride a bike, like taking her fishing. If she wants to hunt, showing her how to do that. Like,
Kate, what do you think the chances of Anne wanting to hunt are?
I don't know. I have no idea. It feels low to me just because that's how it feels for me. But at the same time, I don't, she'll be her own person. So
We still don't know with Emmett.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No,
Like I
totally.
couldn't tell you. I have no idea. He'll be into it.
And I'm not gonna push him to do it if he doesn't want to. If they don't want to do it,
right?
I'm not going to try to project that on them. I mean, I'm going to give them the opportunity to be exposed to it, and there'll be times they kind of probably don't have a lot of choice but to be around it just because it's something we're doing as a family. But like him doing it himself, or particularly later if it's not something he wants to do, I don't think.
Right.
Yeah. But I just right now, Kate, in this moment, I just have made it a goal to do everything I can to try to get Anne into hunting and convince her that she should involve you in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That sounds fun. You know what? We did go. I did go hunting with Jen. We didn't talk about that. I knitted. We went in a double tree stand, and I spent the entire time knitting. And
she would lean over, is like, am I knitting too loud? Like, no.
So I did have one hunting experience in my life.
And that was enough.
No. I mean, it was nice to be in the woods in the quiet knitting.
Yeah.
So that was fine. No, if she wants to hunt, I think that's fine. It'll be something, different than what I did, but that's what she should do. She should do what she wants, and try new things. I'm looking forward to traveling with her, and we were just at Broadkill Beach last week, and that was really fun. Getting to, just be somewhere new and getting to see her experience new things, and new places. So I'm looking forward to that. And she's already been gardening with me. Like I put her on my hip and we go out and weed or pick berries or things like that in the garden. So spending time out that way. Today we have a little like pool in our backyard, and it was warm enough to go in for the first time this year. So we spent the afternoon with her in the pool, and that was really fun. So just hanging out outside.
It's so much fun to see kids experience things for the first time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like to really.
She was just splashing and giggling.
Yeah.
She even splashed.
Nice. Yeah, I think it's like one of the more rewarding things about parenting for me is just knowing that you're their portal or their avenue into those new experiences and being able to give them those new experiences. It's just like a really special part of it.
Yeah, and I think I know it's a long ways away, but then she'll be our portal into a bunch of new experiences that we can't even kind of imagine what they are yet.
Well,
Yep. You've brought dad to all sorts and mom to all sorts of new places and and experiences. And they came to visit me in Italy and I got to show them that. And so yeah, it goes both ways, which is awesome.
Yeah. And you know what? It won't take as long as you think. I mean, even for stuff that feels like it should be familiar, I know we've talked about it, but I never looked at a bullfrog with any intent of catching it and eating it until Robert came to me and said, this is something I want to do. And I think he was probably 4 the first time that happened.
Yeah. Emmett's just starting to have those kinds of ideas.
Right.
His are different, but.
Right. But that's great.
That's the part that's fun. All of this is really fun. People keep saying I think they say it to all new parents, take advantage of this time, really savor it. And I think because of our history, we really, really are doing that. We know you can't take it for granted in a way that some parents probably didn't have that same experience, So we're just, every day is super fun, and I'm really looking forward to her being able to talk and just have a full personality and teach us new things and all of that.
Yeah.
And sass you.
And I know it sounds crazy. I love it when kids get sassy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just I can't wait till she can be a little sassy. I mean, she already kind of is at the time. She gives really good side eye. But I'm really looking forward to her being able to sass me.
Well, Kate, as they say, she comes by it honest.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, because of Jed.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That was not what I meant.
Oh.
But it's fun to get to laugh at them together, too.
Well, thanks so much.
Yep.
Yippers.
Good luck with math conversation.
I can't wait. All right.
I can't wait to do it. See ya.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye. So there's one more person that I feel like I can't close this episode out without talking to. I think we should call Matt for a slightly different perspective.
All right. Here we go.
Hello.
Hey, Matt. It's
How are
us. We're all right.
How are you?
I'm good.
All right. So we're doing a podcast episode. You're on the podcast.
Oh, boy.
Yep. Where tomorrow is our 13th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah.
13 years already.
Right.
I know.
I remember that wedding.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. It's a good time.
There's parts of it that are fuzzy.
Yeah, well.
It was fun.
Yep. Well,
It really was.
I don't know. We thought we'd call you. You're going to be the last call in the episode. We thought we would call you for marriage advice. Do you have any marriage advice?
Well, I would say don't get married and don't have kids.
Probably good we didn't start with that, I guess.
Yeah.
People may have come to that conclusion by this point.
No, I jokingly tell everybody that, but my advice would be to you, mostly just to my brother, not to you, Caitlin. I don't know how you deal with him. But my advice to Michael would be do whatever you can to keep her happy.
There you go.
Thanks for that.
Good advice.
Well, man, I actually, in all seriousness, I often think of you kind of as an inspiration in your own way, and I don't mean as a joke. I mean your marriage didn't end well. I think we can say that. But
a good way to describe it is I was happily married for 12 years, and she was happily married for 11.
Yeah, but in those 12 years, you guys made 4 pretty great kids, and you've been a pretty great dad to them, and it inspires me how dedicated you are to those kids, and how even though it wasn't ideal. It wasn't perfect. Something really good still came out of it.
Oh, yes. The kids are great.
Yep.
For the most part.
They have their moments, right?
Yeah.
Well,
yes, they all have their challenges, some more than others. And I think based on what I know of your two children, you're going to have one of those challenges yourself.
Yeah.
Some kids are a little more willful than others.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
But there's also greatness there too. So I think in both cases. But,
yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for helping us wrap the podcast up.
Well, happy anniversary, and hopefully it'll be another 13 years. We can talk about it again.
I hope so too.
That's the plan.
All right. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I don't know. I love Matt. He's always got a good perspective, and they are great kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's done a good job.
So I guess we'll wrap it up. I don't know. What are your final thoughts, Caitlin?
I don't know. Just that it's work. And choose wisely, because it's no matter who you choose, it's going to be work. And at the end of the day, you just want to be able to envision doing the tough things with that person and being able to stick together through the ups and downs. And also you get what you put into it too. So, I don't know. What about you?
I don't know. I think often that the only really good piece of marriage advice that I could ever give anybody is find the thing that works for you as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, Catherine and Leonard and mom and dad and your folks and everybody else are, what they said today on the podcast is important, but the example that they show us is much more important.
Right.
And I think a lot of times it's hard to put into words, but what they've done is found what works for them.
Yep.
And, I can't speak for you, but the first 13 years of this have been great. And they have, everything has worked in my favor. And
I wholeheartedly agree.
I couldn't imagine a better person to spend time outside with, to raise our kids with, and to spend the rest of my life with. So I love you.
I love you too. Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Hunting and fishing, the great outdoors, mixing history, laughter, love, and folklore. Creating memories with family and friends. These are the trophies that matter in the end. Outdoor Ruhls.